Good morning to one and all. This is Dr. K. Pushpa Rani, Associate Professor, Department of CSC, MLR Institute of Technology. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about the functions in discrete mathematics. So, what is meant by function? What are the representations of function? And we'll discuss some examples on functions. So, what is meant by function? Let A and B are the two non-empty sets. That means A is one set and B is one set. A function from A to B is assigned exactly one element of B to each element of A. That means there should be a mapping present between the set A to set B. Then we can say that it is a function. There should be a mapping between A to B. Then we can call it as a function. So, we can write it as f of A equal to B. So, that means B is the unique element of B is assigned to the function which is the element of A. Then we can write it as f is A tends to B is a function. So, these functions are also sometimes called as a mappings. It is also called as a transformations. So, there are three ways to representing the functions. First one is called as a Venn diagram. In case of Venn diagram, the two sets are represented by taking the two separate circles, and if it is a relation is exist, then we can do the mapping by drawing the edges between the two elements of the set. Second one is a graph. In the case of graph, we are using some edges. So that means A, B. That means there is a relation is present between the element of set A to element of set B. That is represented by using these edges with the help of arrow mark. Next, we need to draw the plot. In the case of plot, we have to take x-axis as well as y-axis. If the relation is exist, we have to representing by drawing the plots on the graph. So, there are different types of functions are there. First one is a one-to-one function. A function is said to be one-to-one if each element in the codomain has a unique pre-image. What is meant by codomain means it is a codomain. So, in the case of codomain consisting of a only unique pre-image is present. Unique pre-image is present. A function from A to B is called one-to-one or 1-1. If f of A equal to f of B, then A equal to B. That means no element of B is image of more than one element in the A. That means no element of B is the image of more than one element in the A. So that means exactly one element should be present. Then it is also called as a injective. It is also called as 1-to-1. So here in this example, so every element 1-to-1. 1-to-1 means no more than one element in the codomain is paired. It is a codomain. Every element is paired with only one element. So, in the case of uppercase number has exactly one lowercase partner. So, it is a one-to-one function. It is a one-to-one function. So, that means every element of A is mapping with 1, C is mapping with 4, and I is mapping with 5, and O is mapping. Every element of A as pair with another element of set exactly one image, then it is called as a one-to-one function. Next, so in the case of second example, A is mapping with 1, E is mapping with 2, and O is also mapping. Only one unique pre-image should be present. But for this element, two images are there. So it is not a one-to-one function. Every element of set A has unique pre-image in the set B. Then the function is said to be one-to-one. Second example is on-to function. In the case of on-to function, each element in the codomain has an image of some pre-image. That means we need to do the reverse order. So, in the case of one-to-one, we need to verify the element of set A. But in the case of on-to function, we are going to concentrate on the codomain. Every element of codomain has a unique pre-image in the domain part. Then we can say that it is a on-to function. So, it is also called as a surjective. So, first one is called as a injective, second one is a surjective function. Let us understand with the help of example. So it is a is mapping with 1, E is mapping with 4, I is mapping with 2, 2 is mapping with, O is mapping with then. So 1 is only one images. So in the case of it is a onto function. Every codomain has a unique pre-image. Every codomain has a unique pre-image. That means 1 is mapping with A is mapping with 1, E is mapping with 4, I is mapping with 2, O is mapping with only one domain. So 2 consisting of a 3 and there is no common elements. There is a no element should be empty. No element should be empty in the codomain. All elements are having some unique image, having some images. So then it is a onto function. Coming to this one is mapping with A, 2 is mapping with O and E, then 3, 4 are empty. There is no pre-image for these two elements. If there is no pre-image, it is not a onto function. It is not a onto function. Third one is a bisective function. That means a function is said to be bisective. It is a one-to-one, on-to-one. That means the domain of every domain has a unique image in the codomain. In the same way, every codomain has also unique image in the domain part. That means there is a mapping should be present with all elements of set A, with all elements of set B. No element should be empty in the set A and set B. Then we can say that it is a bisective function. So in the case of this one, it is a all A, B, C, D is filled. Here 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a both 1 to 1 and onto. It is a bisective function. It is a bisective. But it is not a bisective. Here 4 is not mapped with any element of set A. So it is not a bisective function. It is not a bisective function. So what is meant by function? What are the different types of function? And we can describe those functions with the help of examples. Thank you.